Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach, and it's going to be Magic Round Review, the Round 10 review, and we had a good week. This was a week I didn't really check the scores too much throughout the games. I definitely had a quick glance here and there. I definitely checked out Nico Hines going small, but I didn't really keep up with the scoring too much. I was just watching the games. And I was very unsure of sort of how we were going to sit this week, because I knew the Hines thing was sort of a null and void type thing because so many people captained Hines. Obviously, the people that didn't captain Hines would have been killing it if they captained Cleary especially. But yeah, the vast majority of people, especially in like the top 10k, they pretty much all captained Hines, so it didn't really matter that he stunk it up. But it was a huge pod swing for the people that didn't. But yeah, he stunk it up, but we still managed over 1225 to be exact, with a captain scoring 40 points. So yeah, we definitely had some pretty good scores. Not too many stinkers. Only the one real stinker, and he's given me the shits, dude. But yeah, we jumped up almost 858 ranks inside the top 5k now. So yeah, we're starting to make some moves, and obviously with the big buy coming up in Origin, I feel like we're pretty well poised. So let's get into what we did, because I don't think the last video I uploaded I'd really nailed down what my trades were going to be. But yeah, let's go through the scoring first, and then we'll touch on who we traded in and out. So Harry Grant, only 54 points. It's fine, one of those weeks where that sort of cost us a little bit, because a fair few people still have Reed Marnie who I think scored pretty well. Jerry Marshall King, I think, scored well again. But yeah, Harry Grant 54. It is what it is. Tanner Boyd 67. My man is killing it. I mean, I'm not really getting the points from him, but he's made so much cash now. He's making close. Well, yeah, about 140 odd now, 150 odd. So he's definitely starting to. I'm reaping the rewards. I'm curious to see, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have traded Boyd out. Like, they probably went Boyd to Nico Hines or Boyd to a better dummy half. He's only in 12% of teams, dude. Like, I could have probably used his points a few more times, but I mean, he's just sort of solid around that 50 to 60 mark now. So yeah, Tanner Boyd doing some good stuff. But he is a guy that I talked about last week, that I'm very tempted to just swing him pretty much straight to Reece Robson now, who's starting to... I'm curious to see what he scored, because he looked pretty good. I don't think his score was too outrageous, but he's starting to look a bit better, I think, Robson. And the Cows, after a good win, hopefully find a bit of form. The front row, Joe Tarpany, 63. He just... this is what he scores. And then Christian Welsh, fucking 35, man. 35. That's probably the other big swing into why we didn't get like high 1200s, because obviously some very favorable trades last week was getting in Jack DeBellin, Corey Horsburgh. Who else? Maybe a Tohu Harris potentially, and all those guys are scoring 60 odd. So Christian Welsh is just letting me down. He's really letting me down, and I think now it's going to be it's interesting. I'm not sure what to do with Welsh. We'll talk about that in a second. Bunty Afoa 32. It's fine. It's fine. He picked up a knock in his second stint, so I think he was actually on track to get a decent score this week, but he went off a little bit earlier with a knock, so I'm not sure how bad that was, but hopefully he's good to go. And we'll see what we do with Bunty. I don't know, at this point I'm probably going to look to more so trade Welsh up to a better front rower, because the money's going to be a little tight now, and Bunty Afoa will probably just keep for a potential play over round 13. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we can swing. Franklin Pele was back, scored 19. hopefully he can, I don't know, jag some attacking stats, but, you know, he's going to be a bit of a plotter there for a while, so, I don't know. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with Pele. There's not really going to be any cheapies to go to, I think, in the front row. Maybe over the Origin period, a couple of guys come through as plays and downgrades, but we'll see. We'll touch on that. The back row. So the back row, Dave Fafita, 100 points. He's absolutely fucking killing it, dude. Fafita's looking incredible. Zach Hosking got 67. He updated a lot. I don't know where the hell he got his points from, but because he didn't play. Did he play the full 80? No, he didn't play the full 80. He played 68 minutes. And 67 points. I don't know. I thought he was on like 50 points. But yeah, he must have, I don't know, a few extra tackles, a few extra runs, I guess. I'm not too sure, but I'll take the 67. Tyrone Peachy got 50. Unfortunately, fucking Tyrone Peachy, I don't understand. I don't actually know what happened with Peachy. I'm pretty sure he just not so much got hooked, because I don't think he was... I know there's some people carrying on about Peachy not playing well, but I think Peachy's been pretty good in the last couple of games he's played for the Panthers. I just don't understand the Jamin Salmon love affair with fucking Cleary. So I knew it was going to happen too, because Scott Sorensen got a head knock, which meant Jamin Salmon went to the edge for him. When Sorensen was back from his head knock, he replaced fucking Hosking. And then I don't know what happened, but Salmon ended up in the centers, basically replacing Peachy, who went off. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll be interested to see the team list if he keeps Peachy. I hope so, because Peachy we brought in as a good play option and also to get some money. But God, I hope he retains the spot, because what do they say here? Do they say anything? Nah, just that. But the big blunder, well, not a blunder. I mean, so I traded out Jacob Preston. You just knew it was coming. I still think it was. In hindsight, I maybe should have just traded out Zach Hosking. I mean, he did get 67 points. He's averaging 70, so he's doing fine. But yeah, because if we go back to him, I'm pretty sure the week before, did he play 80? Yeah, he did. He didn't play 80 the week before that, though. So I'm not too sure, but yeah, with Martin coming back soon, Garner might come back, who knows. Hosking's minutes were probably a little bit less guaranteed. Jacob Preston's minutes were guaranteed, but I was just worried, like, just watching him the last few weeks, he's definitely looked like he's been carrying a bit of a shoulder issue or hand issue. I know he had that finger problem earlier, but he's looked a little battered, but of course he comes out and scores 2 tries and kills it. I don't know what he ended up on. He probably upgraded to a fair bit, but yeah, we traded out Preston instead of Hosking, because obviously I was going to keep Ford for round 13. Cartwright, we'll talk about as well. We're going to keep him. But so I was out of Hosking and Preston, because we had to get Peachy in second row, unfortunately not centre wing. So it is what it is. We missed out on the Preston big score, but I do feel like he's going to come back a little bit. And I still think it was the okay trade to make, but we'll see. Time will tell. Jackson Ford, 44 points. Cartwright, fucking 49 points. Looked really good, playing limited minutes. How many minutes did he play? He probably played like 50 minutes through the middle. Yeah, he played 49. He must have played like 49 straight. He came back. He came on. He came on through the middle. Looked really good, and then he went to the edge in place of Davey. Oh my God, dude. Brad Arthur. Well, we'll talk about that after we go through this as well. Schuster apparently might be back this week, which would be nice, but we'll see. Nico Hines, yeah, we chucked the captaincy on him, 40 points. I mean, you know, you knew a low score was eventually going to come, and the Dolphins, baby, just absolutely killing the Sharks there. Nathan Cleary, 120 points. I know quite a few people traded Cleary out for Moses. Ooh, that's a rough one. And I was very tempted. I know there's some people acting like it was a silly trade to make, but that's ridiculous. It wasn't a silly trade to make, because Moses was taking on the Titans. He's just come off 140, and he covers the buys, and he's like 200k cheaper. And the Eels are a team that love beating up on weaker opposition, so you would have gone in with confidence that he would have scored pretty well against the Titans, but the Titans showed up and the Titans played great, and Moses, even without the head knock now, he just wasn't really in the game. It was all the fucking Dylan Brown show, and Gutherson was pretty good as well. But the Moses, that's just one of those. It's just one of those killers on Supercoach where it's just an unlucky play. But yeah, I the only real reason I didn't go with Moses was just because his scoring this year hadn't been good. Like, he obviously had that 140 odd, and then I think he's had a couple of 80s, but he's had way too many like 40s and not. He hadn't had any like real low scores this year. They'd all been like acceptable, I guess, but he'd just been a bit inconsistent. So I just didn't have confidence in him for the next few weeks. I kept Cleary, repaid the faith there, and it was obviously a very good decision. Otherwise, I would have been mad, man. I would have been mad. But like I said, Dylan Brown 116. There's a couple of tons back to back, looking really, really good. Isaiah Katoa 52. You love to see it. He's making good cash now. I do have to check how Alawapu scored, because I don't really remember that Dogs game. I don't really remember him doing too much either. So if he scored low, then I'm probably just gonna keep Katoa till round 13 now. And then the backline did pretty well. Joey Manu 86, Val Holmes only 51, unfortunately. Ruben Garrick hit back with an 83. Jared Croker with a 60, who we ended up playing. Lockie Miller obviously didn't play. Jack Bird was the one guy I brought in for. So I ended up. So the trades. We'll talk about the trades quickly. So obviously Peachy in for Preston, which I wasn't sure. Like, I wasn't sure what I was going to do for a long time. And we'll just go through quickly. So Bird 53, Taru 47, Gutherson 67, even with that sin bin. He fucking, oh man, I was like, this is beautiful. Gutherson was on like 20 points after a couple of minutes, and he fucking got sin bin the damn fool. He still scored a try, still had a few offloads, a lot of runs. So 67 points with the sin bin. Yeah, you can't be too displeased there. And our boy Reece Walsh, we kept. He got 93 points. You love to see it. And he was the big question mark of, do I trade out? So I obviously didn't end up trading Walsh last week. He obviously still lost like 50k, which is insane. Getting 93 points and losing like 50k is very funny. How much did he lose? Yeah, 59,000, man. Oh my word. That's wild. But I had the money to go Will Warbrick to Jack Bird. I was tempted to go Holmes to Jack Bird. Still, that wouldn't have been a bad option. I still think, annoyingly, Holmes, he's looking, I don't know. The Cowboys are looking a little better, but Holmes just isn't really getting involved like I'd like. So I still think Holmes, I was always going to sell Holmes over the Origin period anyway, I think. But yeah, maybe trading Holmes out for Jack Bird would have helped keep cash in the bank. But I thought going Will Warbrick to Jack Bird, it keeps our centre wing is so strong now that it just made sense. And Jack Bird playing at lock, I thought I honestly, because this pisses me off as well. He only played, where the hell is he? He played 54 minutes, man. 54 minutes, 53 points. He did update. He was on like 40 or something, but he obviously had a few tackle busts, a few offloads. But I honestly thought they had fucking Billy Burns in the back row. I thought Jack Bird starting at lock, it would be better for Supercoach wise, because he'd get more involved, just in base stats. And then I thought they'd want to keep him on the field for like basically 70 minutes plus. So I thought when he got a bit fatigued, they'd bring on a middle rotation and he would go to the edge in place of Billy Burns and then potentially go back to the middle at points or whatever. But no, he just went off and played like a lock, which confused the hell out of me. I did not... I honestly thought he would still play like 70 minutes. But yeah, it is what it is. I still think he's a really good pickup for round 13. The fact, if he's only going to play like 55 minutes at lock, he's probably not going to be a keeper in the back line, but he could. I mean, that game he did miss a goal. He kicked he had the fucking hardest kick of the game and he missed it, and then, of course, fucking Sullivan came on, so he kicked goals, the easy ones. But he had a couple of minus points in missed goals and penalties, so he's probably would have got like 60 points still. So his base stats are just so... Like, the tackle busting is insane. So, I don't know. Obviously, I'm still happy with the Jackbird pickup. It was just a bit annoying, him only playing like 50 minutes. But yeah, that's what we ended up doing. And now our backline is absolutely stacked. So, Now, it's round 11. We have 2 more weeks until the first major bye period. So let's have another little refresher of who is going to, or how many numbers we'll have for round 13. So let's just jog our memory, because I don't think Titans play, do they? No. So that's the annoying thing. It'd be so nice if the Titans played, because then I could keep Boyd. And I still might, but I do think going him to Robson is just a really nice trade that isn't going to cost me like any money anyway. So at the moment, we got Tarpany, 1, 2 with a forward, 3 forward. What did I say? 3? Yeah, 3. 3 with forward, 4 with Cartwright. I'm counting Schuster because... Surely he's going to come back. I know he's unfit and he's there's issues, but Manly need him. I'm sorry, like Cooper Johns is just not NRL standard. They need Schuster in that team to do anything, I think. They need him to come back, if we're being honest. So I'm counting him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Dolphins play 7. 8, 9. Roosters don't play. No, Roosters don't play. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 numbers already for round 13, which is very good. I gotta be honest, I'm still... the Reece Walsh one is still tricky to me, because I'm still half tempted to trade him out for Buller, because Buller is looking better and better every week. He's obviously gone up a lot. He probably went up like 100k this week, but I can still make like 300k from the trade, which is plenty enough. Because I still feel like Walsh might be a smoky for Origin, or he might get like an 18th man spot. And if he did, it would be such a kick in the guts, because they have the Storm this week, who I'll probably play Walsh versing the Storm. I probably still will, because the Storm, they're looking a bit better, but their defense still hasn't been what it was in previous years. So I still think the Broncos can put some points on. Then they have the Panthers, who I probably won't play Walsh against. And then the round 13 coverage, but does he make Origin? So I'm still undecided about Reece Walsh. So, but regardless, 13 at the moment. Just keep in mind, so that 13, Croker, I would have said before, but Croker's like good for, I know he scored a couple of tries. He's good for probably 40 to 50 points, so I think that's fine. Isaiah Katoa, not obviously the best number. He's averaging 40, so it could be okay. Taking on Dragons, he could do okay in that one. I'm counting Schuster, who might not even play, and he might score 20. Manly play Newcastle, so it's a pretty good matchup. And I'm counting Bunty Afoa, who would score like 30. So we don't have the best at the moment. So, you know, we got the numbers. We just have to fine tune who we actually want to be that top 13, I guess. So we'll talk about the Cartwright situation. So, what the fuck is wrong with Brad Arthur? Can someone explain to me? I don't understand it. Andrew Davey, you know, he's done some good things over his limited time in first grade. Obviously, injuries have cruelled his career. He was great at the Eels when he first burst on the scene. He's done some good stuff at the other clubs, but not too much. He's fine, but he was barely getting a run of this dog side, and now he signs with the Eels and he's straight back. He's straight back on the edge for the Eels. What the hell is happening? Cartwright goes back to the bench. Honestly, he's been one of their best forwards this year. And then he comes on, he plays 50 minutes, and really, the Eels look so much better when Cartwright, Hopgood, and Madison were all on the field at once, right? Oh my God, I just don't understand. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I think, oh my God, why is he playing Andrew Davey on the edge? But I think Cartwright's break even is going to be probably pretty low again. So I'm just going to keep him. I'm probably just going to keep him until round 13, and then depending, I'm definitely going to want to get Sean Lane in the side. I was probably looking at trading Hosking for Sean Lane, but we could just trade Cartwright up to Sean Lane. I mean, I would love Ryan Madison as well, but does he make Origin? Maybe. I mean, Madison, Lane are the two, and I guess Hopgood, but I do think Hopgood's going to make the Queensland bench. I honestly think he should, but we'll see. We'll see about that. There's obviously 3 really good options at the Eels in the back row slot. You don't want to absolutely load up on all of them, but we'll see what happens. The front row, obviously Tohu Harris would be good. Corey Horsburgh, still a good option, but again, he's starting to become pretty appetizing for Origin as well. Let's have a quick gander. If we trade out Welsh, we got 525k. Adam Vanille-Blake got 91 again. Fuck me, dude. This is honestly, the front row is where it's really killed me this year. I've lost so many points in the front row. I mean, Tarpany's going fine, 60 average, but man, we haven't had one front rower actually go big. Like, Vanille-Blake's got like tons. Payne Haas has got tons. Tino's got 88 again. Like, oh man. So Horsburgh is, yeah, he went up 40k. He got 62. How many minutes did he play? He played less minutes this week. Yeah, he went back down to 63 minutes. So it's still really good. It's still really good. But the thing is that if Horsburgh's only playing 60 minutes, it's really not that urgent to trade Welsh to Horsburgh. It's just not, because Horsburgh is now, he's a really good chance for an Origin debut, I think. And he's not going to, obviously he's got some attack in him, but he's not going to absolutely kill us every week, you know, if he's only playing 60 minutes. But yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for sure. Who else? I mean, Taniela Paseka was also a pretty good shout last week. He got 57. How many minutes did he end up actually playing? Yeah, he played 58 minutes, but obviously the Broncos were very good, so the fact he scored 57 against the Bronx, I still actually like Paseka quite a bit. They got Sharks, Raiders, Newcastle, so not a bad 3-round draw. They don't play round 14 though, so that's the problem with a Manly boy. What did Tohu Harris, fucking 96? He got 96 points. Oh my god. I honestly, I think this week, because he fucking got 96 points, I feel like I've got to try to get Harris in this week. Otherwise, he's just going to fucking balloon. He played 80 minutes, man. He comes back from injuries and he just plays 80 minutes, just bang. Against Penrith, he gets 96. He obviously had that try assist, but yeah, he is incredible, dude. And the great thing, they don't play round 12, which is annoying. I'll double check his break even, but I'm sure it's going to be low because you potentially could wait a week on him after round 12, pick him up for round 13. They play round 14, they play round 15, then they have a bye in 16. But the 13-14 coverage is beautiful for Harris, so we'll have a look at that. And then, yeah, any other potentials? So Jack DePelin got 91. Jesus Christ, dude. This is what I'm talking about. All the goddamn front rowers that people were getting absolutely went off. They went fucking ballistic. That's crazy that so many props went like almost a ton this week. I don't understand it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, I think, for front rowers. Solomona only got the 47. He played limited minutes this game. I don't really know. Yeah, he played 48. He still played okay minutes, but yeah, just didn't have the impact of previous games. So that's fine. We didn't go early on him, but I do think that Tohu Harris is like almost a must get this week. But again, they got the bye the week after, which isn't. It's not the worst thing in the world. Although, if we do that, then we're not going to have... We'll have to play fucking Franklin Palais. So, maybe we do just wait on it. I don't know. We'll check. I'm curious to see. So, dummy half. Tanner Boyd is doing great stuff. He's now the 7th highest scoring dummy half. So, pretty solid. Cook, still only 45 points. So, Robson got a 61. We don't quite have enough for Robson. Reed Marnie. Okay, so he got 66. I thought he was in like the 70s, but yeah, it's fine. Jerry Marshall King, 69. And then, yeah, not too much else. I think the only guy I'm that keen on is Reece Robson. I mean, he's looking really good. He's just, I don't know, his score's just not... I guess he's not really scoring many tries like he did last year. But I do feel like he's starting to pick it up. I mean, 69, 56, 61. I would like to get him. 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, that's a pretty good draw coming up too. Dragons, Tigers, Parramatta in round 13 will be tough. And then Storm in round 14 would be tough as well. But, you know, he's a workhorse, so I wouldn't be too concerned. So I do think... getting Robson in would be a beautiful trade in. So that means we do have to make money. Now, Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh down to Buller. It's still on the cards. Because what is he? He would have went up like 100k. He went up 80k. So he got 59 points again. He's looking real good. I can't believe... So 18% of people have Buller. That's pretty crazy to me. But it makes sense. It's a tough game, this one. I do think if you're going to go on Buller, it does have... Like, this is probably the last week you got to get him. They don't play round 13. Obviously, that's a bit annoying. But then... They play 6... The Tigers have a bit of a shit draw because they don't play the first major bye. They play the 14 after it, but then they don't play 17, which is after the second major bye, and then they cover the third one pretty well. So yeah, it's okay, but you probably don't want him for that long. I don't know. It's either trade out Walsh or Buller to make the cash to be able to just, you know, basically get all the pieces in check, or We trade out Holmes this week for, I don't know. There's actually, there actually are a couple of good cheapies. I mean, Valence Tafade, he actually scored 94. I mean, he obviously looked really good in attack. Defensively, he got stood up a few times by Talakai, which I feel like people are sort of forgetting about that. I mean, I love him, and I was so excited, but I don't know about jumping. I mean, he's got the bye this week as well. Do they? Oh, they do, yeah. So there's no reason to jump early on Tavade, I don't think, anyway. You can see if he retains his spot, because, I don't know. I mean, Wayne Bennett does love Brenko Lee, so Valence, I think he's a guy that obviously has all this potential, but Bennett wants guys that sort of have their game down pat, so we'll see if he retains the spot. I'll be interested to see. There's a couple other good ones though. Hey, fucking Hayes Dunster, dude. Oh my god, I actually cannot believe, like, people that jumped on Dunster, he's actually got the spot back as the cheapie. He's lost money still. The Eels, for some reason, they cannot attack to his side of the field. His scores are fucking awful. I mean, you could still pick him up. Surely he's going to get a couple of tries soon, but man, it's just awful. Awful scoring. But Max Feeney, 37 points. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Lomax, surely Lomax comes back into the side sooner rather than later. Now, I actually think Max Feeney is really good, and he should probably be playing first grade, but he probably doesn't keep the spot because his brother Matt has looked good. Ravalawa is very solid, I think. Very underrated. And then you're not going to drop Moses Suli. So when Zach Lomax comes back, like, Feeney just goes, right? Otherwise, he would be a really good cheapie. I actually think he's very, very good. Is there others? I mean, Corey Allen for the Roosters. He's gone okay. I don't know. I do. Billy Smith. Billy Smith could be a guy. You don't need to get him this week as well, though. That's the thing. Yeah. So it's tricky. There are two good cheapies, but do you trade? I don't know, because Holmes, I might just hold off. Because Holmes, he has the Dragons, and then he has the Tigers before Origin. We could make the money in the final week to upgrade, but that's the thing I want. I feel like I need to get Tohu Harris this week. How else could we do it? I guess we could go Hosking down. I don't actually hate trading... I don't hate the idea of trading Hosking. So, yeah, Preston got 86 points. Love to see it. You love to see it. But what cheaper guys are in the back row? I don't know if there's a whole lot. We'll have a quick gander, because what is he? He's 570, so we don't need a whole... Well, what do we need? Like 100k to go up Welsh to Harris? But we can't get... No, but that's the thing. We can't... We can't get Harris this week because fucking they have the bye next week, and I'll have Bunty Afoa and Tohu Harris sitting on the bye. So I can't get Harris this week. Do we just go? Fuck, do we just get Jack DeBellin? I mean, he's playing such big minutes. I don't hate going Jack DeBellin. But is there even any cheapie? Let's have a look. Billy Burns. I mean, Billy Burns. He's just not good though. Like, he played pretty big minutes. He played 61 minutes, 39 points. But sure, like, he could be out of the team in like no time flat. Who else have we got? Jack Gazzeski. So honestly, he's looking okay, but I feel like he'll be out of the team soon as well. Jacob Host. I mean, it's actually nice because he's gone down in price because of that that very strange game where he got 8 points. But yeah, he's only played 55 and then 69. His minutes are just so they're so all over the shop. He would be a decent downgrade option, but I don't know. He does play around 13 as well. It's not the worst. So Fatala Mariner, who was talked up a bit, he got 38 points. Not the worst. Hame Sally has looked good, but yeah, his minutes have dropped a bit now with a lot of the Rabbitohs forwards coming back. Michael Cheekham. So Andrew Davey got 59 points. Fuck, dude, do we get Davey? Do we get Andrew Davey in? Like, if Davey's actually going to play. I gotta be honest, if Davey is named in the back row again, I might get him. He played 64 minutes. I just don't know. I just don't know what Brad Arthur is playing at. It's just, I don't know. Also, I gotta be honest, Helam Lukey, that would be actually a pretty good downgrade. Because this could be such a huge pod, because he only got 27 points. Didn't look great, but no one's going to jump on him now. He's so good. Like, he is so damn good, Helam Lukey. The Cowboys have a really good coverage. They take on Dragons, Tigers. Parramatta will be in through this storm. It's tough, but they cover those buys. He's going to net me, what's that? Like 120k? It's okay. I think, I don't hate it. Josh Curran. How many minutes did Curran play? I can't get another Warrior player for the buy, but yeah, I think he only played that because of an injury, I think. Fucking, I don't know what's doing with Curran, dude. He's too good to be playing on the bench. That's for sure. Is there anyone else? I mean, honestly, getting Eli Katoa after he's dropped a lot, I don't hate. I mean, you know, Satili Tupanua, if he started getting the minutes back. Anyone else? We're sort of getting to the similar price point. Yeah, because let's have a quick squeeze at this. So yeah, 160k in the bank. Then we could wait a week on Harris, or we could. There's a couple of things. We could just trade Welsh out for fucking DeBellin. I think we could afford DeBellin, 64 or 645k. Where the hell is he? Yeah, we can't afford DeBellin. Did he actually play 80 minutes again? I think he did. He played 74. God, that's good. That's so good. I honestly, I don't know. I'm tempted. We'll have to. I'm not gonna keep going through this. It's just we'll go all night looking at options. So I'll reverse the Lukey trade. There's a couple other decisions, but we'll talk about more of that in the preview of the round. But yeah, overall it was a good week. We're set up pretty well for the first bye. Got to have another look at round 14 to see the numbers, but yeah, overall I'm feeling okay. We're starting to make our moves, so hopefully a few good weeks coming up, and over the buys we do well. But yeah, hopefully guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.